Hello everyone and welcome back to my video podcast. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting to do an episode like this so soon after starting the series. I was going to try and keep it to one a month, and that being later on in the month, trying to give some space in between the episodes. However, I've run into some issues with the video I had planned to upload this week, and I didn't want to miss an upload, and filming these video podcasts is a lot easier than doing, my more time-consuming video edits and planned videos. And I'm feeling really confident with how things are going on YouTube at the moment. In fact, all the comments I got on my last video podcast episode were really nice, so I just want to say thank you. And I'm glad that what I'm talking about resonates with other people and inspires them or helps them think in a different way. That's kind of my goal, I guess, with this podcast series or whatever this is. I'm saying podcast in such a loose manner because these videos are like 10 minutes long and your standard podcast is 50 odd. And we're not going to sit there for that amount of time just yet. I'm obviously still quite new to this. And I just want to enjoy it and have fun with it and just see how I feel about it. So I'm not sure if it's misleading calling it a podcast. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Eventually, if I really do enjoy this and I want to develop it further, it may develop into an actual podcast. I'm just open to ideas at the moment. Nothing's set in stone. We're just having fun with it. And that's kind of one of the funny things that I'm kind of learning a lot recently is that the only way to really learn is by doing, and I've always learned that way, but like really properly doing things and playing with them and having fun with them is the only way you're gonna really learn these things. And I have to stress this to my students a lot at the moment because I'm introducing these new tools and techniques to them and it's overwhelming. They're like, oh my god, what am I supposed to do with this tool? Find a project and make something with it. That's the best way you're going to learn how to use these tools. Hence why I'm starting this kind of whole podcast thing so that I can learn more about microphones and more about audition and, just bettering my skill set. So it's kind of a self-indulgent thing, and I think I've mentioned this in multiple videos now at this point as to why I'm doing this, but there's also another reason which I kind of want to talk about in today's video. And that topic is niching down. And I don't think I ever would have admitted to anyone that I would be a creative who niched into something. I've always been that kind of creator who has found pride in being a multidisciplinary designer in terms of I loved doing a bit of everything. And I really did enjoy learning all these different processes and playing with these ideas. But there was always so many that, none of them really got much more developed than that initial testing of things, and I'm okay with that. At some point, it actually starts to kind of develop in you this idea of, well, maybe it is time to start thinking about just doing one thing. And that was a really scary thought for me because as soon as I decided to hone in on one subject, I felt like I was closing doors for myself in others. So calling myself a filmmaker and kind of dropping that designer title, I was really scared I wouldn't be able to get another job because I was no longer a designer, and that's where my previous experience was. Also, having studied a subject called communication design, I felt like it was even more frowned upon if I didn't follow the design route. I know I'm still technically working within the same kind of field because I'm very much interested in video for content creation, which kind of falls into social media marketing, which crosses over with design, and they all blend together in some form. I'm not saying that I've studied a master's in maths and then I'm now a chef. It's not like I studied something completely different and then changed it to something completely different, I was still within my realms, and that felt natural to me. If someone had said to me before that I would be niching down, I would have been really surprised because, like I said, I did pride myself on being a multidisciplinary designer and being able to do a bit of everything. And now that I'm starting to, embrace niching down into the video creation field, I feel a lot more content. No longer am I like spreading my time across loads of different things. I'm now really spending all my time on being a video creator. And this has been really good for me in terms of developing my skill set, because I wouldn't have taught myself Audition and all these tools if I wasn't pursuing video in the way that I am. So yeah, I've been feeling a lot more confident in my video creation abilities lately, and also pushing the boat out a little bit more to try new things like this video podcast. And also trying to be a little bit more not so strict on myself in terms of my YouTube uploads, but also still a little bit strict. So what I'm strict about is trying to be consistent and making sure that I've always got an idea somewhat in the works every week. I will obviously want certain ideas to come out in certain order and maybe at certain times, and I'll plan these things in advance. But like this week, for example, I did have a big video idea planned and there just wasn't enough time to do it. So making that sacrifice to still make something I already wanted to do, was just scheduled for later on in the month, now, which was an easier decision to make, I'm not gonna like beat myself up about that, because I was really like, oh, it's too soon to be making another episode like this, and I kind of want to space it all out. Why? What? I mean, yes, it's good to give your viewers and your audience a little bit of time in between, but in all seriousness, if you're gonna burn yourself out trying to make this other video that's going to take way too long, and you've got other work to be working on, you know, your job and your client work, that comes first, maybe go for the easy route on this one, just for this week, you know? Where's the harm? So I kind of stuck myself in that little bit of an inner turmoil earlier, and then I said kind of like, well, fuck it, this is my channel, I'll upload when I want to upload, and I'm sure you guys are happy to just see the fact that I'm trying. Like, that's all that matters to me, so long as I'm trying. But yeah, because I am feeling more confident about niching down and becoming a lot more of a video-focused creator, I felt a lot of the benefits of that. So one, spending all of my free time developing that skill set and working on it. Two, I actually enjoy the video creation process. I love setting up lights, I love editing, I love filming and just doing all that sort of stuff. I love doing it. So, I mean, I could sit down and design a brochure in InDesign, but I'd be so much happier if I was video editing or filming something, or, you know, doing something within that field. I mean, yeah, I'm scared about dropping certain things and becoming less skilled in certain ways, but I think now is the time to really start niching down, and I'm seeing the benefits of doing it, so I'm feeling a lot better about having made that decision, but it was something I was scared to do for a very long time. Of course, my current role as an AV technician has helped me make that decision, because I got to kind of trial run seeing what it was like to have a full-time job focused on video creation. And a funny thing that someone once told me was, you'll never be more skilled in something until you have to teach it to someone. Like, once you have to explain how you're doing things and how certain things work, and figuring out these things a step ahead, you become a lot faster developed in that skill. Like, a lot. Because you're having to explain things a lot more and talk to people about why you do things in a certain way, or even finding out the most efficient way to do things so you can pass that knowledge on, you do learn a lot faster and develop that skill more and become a better creator for that. And yeah, without this job, I probably wouldn't have pushed myself to learn Adobe Audition or have access to mics like this. So again, it was something that I was inspired to do, and I want to see how I could do this in a way that would work for me and my channel and for my career as well. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, niching down was scary initially, but I'm really glad I did it, because now I'm really starting to see the benefits of calling myself a video content creator and owning that. It also does come at a time where video is very much on the rise, and a lot of people are looking for people who can produce video content. So that also means my skill set is in demand, and it would make sense to strike while the iron's hot. Who knows, maybe in a few years' time I'll want to change again and focus on a different field, which might also be trending at that time. But think about how often things change on social media, and to for once be on the train of what is popular is really exciting for me. And yeah, I'm just excited to develop in that. And going back to that thought I said earlier about how I would rather choose to video edit than to design a brochure in InDesign, this is also part of my job as being a freelance content creator, as a creator myself. Doesn't matter what job I'm employed as, narrowing down to do the tasks I actually enjoy doing, taking away the bits I don't like doing, outsourcing that maybe, making sure that that's not really what I do anymore, is a really smart move as well. Because again, it just frees up time for me to develop the skills I'm actually interested in pursuing. I mean, I do need to keep reminding myself that choosing this path is the right path for me, because yes, sometimes I do think, what am I doing? Is this the right thing? Am I turning down opportunities that could be better for me because I'm focused on this one thing now? And you know what? You just have to think about what's gonna benefit you in the long run. I do feel a lot happier now that I have niched down and have kind of honed in on what I want to do for hopefully the rest of my life. But like I said, things can change, and I don't want to freak myself out about this decision I'm making. Instead, I'm quite happy to be excited about it and see where it takes me. I guess the purpose of me talking about this whole topic today about niching down and figuring out what you might want to do for the rest of your life, because it's a very hard thing to decide, especially if you're a content creator who likes to be multidisciplined. I would recommend just thinking about maybe what you don't enjoy doing as much, and maybe what's something you could literally spend hours doing. If it's drawing, if it's painting, if it's creating things in After Effects, I don't know, but what is something that you feel like when you're sitting there and you're in the zone, you could do that forever, you know? I don't know, maybe I'm just really passionate about video editing, I don't know. I hope you guys take something away from this kind of conversation. I hope I wasn't too rambly. I just thought it was a really nice kind of topic to talk about, because I had been thinking about how I've niched down and how this has helped me a lot in my career, and I'm excited to see where things go. Plus, I also just kind of wanted to give you a little bit more backstory as to why I'm doing this video podcast now. And hopefully a little bit more of an insight as to what's to come with my YouTube channel, as like I said, I am now really focused on being a video content creator, and YouTube does play a big part in that. So hopefully you guys will be seeing a lot more from me, and if that is something you're interested in, please do subscribe. I was going through my analytics earlier, a lot of you aren't subscribed, it's okay, be nice if you kind of joined the gang, it'd be nice. Also, if you did like this, do give it a like. It helps me out a lot for knowing what content you guys want to see. I feel like Bo Burnham saying that, like, just edit in some knives. No, but shit. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this second episode of the video podcast series. If you've got any ideas for topics or things you want me to chat about, fire them in the comments down below. I love hearing your ideas, or even if you just want to join in this conversation that we've just had about niching down, please leave your thoughts in the comments. Again, love to read them, love to see them. And yeah, thank you all again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!